Finally, what threshold for rejecting the null should you use so that the size of your test is 0.05? So we know that size of a test is the probability of rejecting h0 given that h0 is true. Now before we used a threshold of 8 and we found that the size was 0.2546. So now we need to find a different threshold so that the size is only 0.05, so that the probability of type 1 error is only 0.05. So we need to find a little x such that the probability that y bar is less than that little x equals 0.05. Let's draw ourselves a picture. Here's y bar. If the null hypothesis is true, y bar bounces around 10, and we want to find a threshold here such that the probability that y bar falls below that threshold is 0.05. So a little x here is what we need to find. Now, since we know the distribution of y bar when h0 is true, we can perform a z trick, and that would be probability that z is less than a little x minus 10 over 3 equals 0.05. Now z is normal 0, 1, so in tables we find a number such that the area to the left of that number is 0.05. That number is minus 1.64, and we set that equal to little x minus 10 divided by 3. We multiply both sides by 3, we add 10, and we get that little x equals 5.08. So the threshold that we need to use so that the size of our test is 0.05 is 5. And that actually makes sense because when we used 8 as the threshold, we committed type 1 error in 25% of the cases. So now we have a little more stringent test for rejecting the null. And I think we deserve a star for this.